transmission.
This is Captain Shack of the newly christened Rebel Broadcasting Network, your source for the most up-to-date news inside Rebel space. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Incom Heating. We'd all be dead if it wasn't for the engineers over at Incom. Now, on tonight's top stories. All sectors on Hoth have voted for their local leadership. A provisionary government has been formed, with the newly elected district governors reporting directly to Planetary Governor Knack, who has started drafting the first version of our new constitution. It's expected that this constitution will take many years to complete. The first order of business on the floor inside the remains of the Endurance carrier turned command center was to vote on the colony's most important goals, with expansion plans being the primary focus. Knack was quoted as saying, "Our people have been trapped inside these walls, these tin cans for generations. They desire the chance to feel the cold breeze of our world and to venture out into the local systems in search for a place to call their own." After brief discussions, it was decided that the Thunderchild, a retired cargo transport scheduled for demolition, would be retrofitted to act as a sort of small colony ship or outpost construction ship. The Thunderchild has, as of this afternoon, made landfall on the world of Endor Prime, a small cold moon orbiting a gas giant no more than a few jumps away from the Link system. Perfect to help move supplies and personnel to and from the outpost and Hoth. It might not be a long step, but it's a step in the right direction. Dr. Christopher Edwards of Incom has announced Incom's intention of producing the first new ship to join the defense fleet. With our total lack of resources, Incom's lead researcher Dr. Edwards believes small single-man fighters craft are perfect to help augment our aging fleet of blockade runners, who have recently seen action in the Hycan system against a few captains that left the fleet in hopes of piracy, theft, and murder would pay out better than hard work. Captain Antilles would have none of it, single-handedly engaging the pirate fleet with his single ship, the Liberty, a CR-90 scheduled for decommissioning. Maybe we should think twice on that one. Antilles and his skeleton crew managed to hold off the pirates long enough for the rest of the combat group led by Captain Saiban to arrive. In a controversial vote 8-5 in favor, it's been decided that the warrior monks, some call the Force of Wills, have been granted special dispensation to help security and peacekeeping operations inside the Rebel Alliance. Their inexplicable ability to be fair-minded individuals yet cunning warriors in the face of all odds has garnered the monks of the Order a kind of reverence in the Alliance. Some even believe these members can manipulate an unseen force with their minds. Okay, sure. The Wills, as they're known, have been granted an enclave on Hoth, a monastery to be used for training, study, and shelter. Power, food, and supplies will be granted to the Order in exchange for their fair-minded negotiation talents and their promise to help augment security forces on Hoth if necessary. With the creation of a political system, it didn't take long for political factions to crop up. The Xeno Suffrage Coalition has announced its creation, with Governor Knack at the helm. Knack has always believed that friendly negotiation with our neighbors, investing in trust over deception, trade over weapons construction, is really the only way to peace. It's this goal that drives the new faction to demand that ships be sent to make contact with the local empires in this new territory. Others warn that it's not guaranteed we'll make contact with friendly worlds, and that announcing our presence before we're able to properly build up our defense capabilities is a foolish mistake. As always, the discussion will be read and looked at by our government officials in the comments section below of this holocast, so please leave your comments. This is Captain Shack, signing out. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shack here. Welcome back to the Grand Alliance campaign. Let's zoom out here and see where we're at. So, we now have our first colony in Endor. We've got our highway into our territory. I was looking through some of the planets, and I noticed this, and I'm curious what you guys are gonna think about it. I'm gonna be giving it some thought during this campaign on whether or not we should colonize, here it is, this system. Because you could pick up, there's this border extrusion range of plus 200% if you colonize the planet. It's also empty. It also gets 100% to minerals. Now, it is really close to the territory we currently control, and I kind of wanted to claim all of this, but because you get 200% due to this communications hub, I'm thinking we might set up a third colony. A little earlier than I wanted to, but all this territory is free, lots of minerals, we have a 100% extra mineral bonus. Really nice. I don't know. It might be a thing, because we could definitely use it. Also, a little bit more research on there would be nice to bolster this, because we've got a ton of society research, but like no physics or engineering research coming in, which is a bit sad. It's speaking of having a ton of society research, what are we researching right now? So we've got our 3 doctors. We're about to pick up our Z-95s by Dr. Edwards. That's awesome. These should be really cheap fighters for us to use. Let's go ahead and unpause it, because we had, turn my volume down just a little bit, we had our science ships heading out, to check out these, or our science ship. We've only got one, Dr. Tabby, flying out to one of the colonizable systems with 3 different planets we might be able to colonize. I like that they have different surfaces too. That's kind of cool, actually. One's glacial world, one's a steppe world. Very cool. So, what are we doing? Well, on Hoth, we were talking about clearing out the last of the tile blockers. We've got another population growing in now, which we are shy on food, but I don't really want to. I don't want to build farms. I really don't. We may not have a choice. Indoor Prime, how are you doing on food? All right, fine. Hoth, we'll build another farm. Let's go ahead and do that. We did get our temple online, which you guys saw at the beginning of the episode. The Wills have been established as a helper to the government, a government entity, but it's not really part of the government. I'm having fun kind of messing around with the story with those. And we may even do research. A lot of you have suggested it to have some psi abilities, which may fit really well into that story. So I have been reading your comments, don't get me wrong. I have been reading them. 2 months until we get our Z-95s. We are going to build a couple of those and join into the fleet, which we got the migrant fleet. I'm going to keep calling these guys the migrant fleet until we get an admiral. I have not recruited one because I want to save up a little bit more on our influence. We may need that to do some more colonization. So we're going to wait on that. We do have a couple of things in our situation log to do, like we have, what is this right here? This is the special project requires a scientist of level 5 or higher for this splinter colony of one of the ancient races. Now, I don't believe we have. Yeah, Tabby's only tier 3 so far. So if she gets to tier 4, definitely gonna send her to do that research. There was another one, wasn't there, that was just too scary to research or she might die? Oh, maybe we did it. I think we may have done it.
Research complete.
Research complete. We now have Z-95s, fairly cheap to build fighters, low technology, but at least we have them. We could go with all the way up to level 3. Wait a minute, level 3, that's right. We finished the research on, we're gonna pause this for 2 seconds. We finished the research on the starport, and we can get bigger ships than corvettes. Oh, man. I mean, that would be nice to be able to build those larger vessels already. Might be a little too early for that, though. What is it that we'll get? Let's see, ship designer. What do we have access to? I think it's frigates. We don't need this. Stop auto-generating that. We've already got one that should be auto set up. We already have it set up, so that's our blockade runner. Oh, it's the frigate. It's this little, like, Mon-Cal frigate with its rounded hull. Oh, very cool. So, what kind of weapon? So it's point defense. This thing is like pure point defense. Wow, it really is. That's all you can have on this thing. We don't actually have any point defense, so I wouldn't build this. But as a support for the fleet, we're definitely going to want to have a few of these, well, in the fleet, for sure. We can even change once we build these. I love this mod, by the way. This is the Behaviour mod. We can even change these to escort behavior is what I would do. Ships will follow the rest of the fleet, balanced default. That way it stays with like the capital ships one would assume. Because you've got like charge in. I like that these images actually show you flank the sides, hit and run, so they pull back as soon as they go in. And they go in at 60 meters, I think that is. Yeah, there's the 60 there, 80, 100 hit and run. So you can actually change like how close it gets based on the weapons that you have equipped. So it's kind of cool. You can plan out what your fleet does. Is there another frigate design outside of that? Is there anything? That's it. That's the only frigate. Did we unlock any other classes? Other than, of course, our fighters we now have. I don't know what the dry dock does. Like, what are you? Automated ship repair system. If you build a dry dock, this is one of the stations that we can build anywhere, I believe. Automated ship repairs, monthly regeneration of 10%. Oh, that's cool. Ship-mounted radar station, a planet-bound technology adapted for use in deep space. The radar system provides basic detection and tracking capabilities for the interstellar vessels. And then ship generation. There's no, Oh, Oh, wow. Okay, no, I was wrong. Oh, shit. Okay, it gets torpedoes, it gets point defense, it gets armor, and you can build these anywhere, so it's kind of like a really small defense station with the ability to repair the fleet. I wonder if we can build these... I assume you build them just like defense stations. I don't want too much stuff on here. Let's get rid of these auto generation ones. I wonder if you can build them anywhere, because that would be nice to have them on like the front line of a staging post. So to say this was our staging area, we could build them and move them around. Might not be a bad idea. Keep an eye on that. All right, research. What are we gonna pick up? Well, we're not gonna pick up the tier 3 destroyers because we can't afford them. We could go for engineering and better research. Might not be a bad idea, but mining network would increase. Gonna go with engineering facilities. If we're going to expand to a third world, I wanna be able to up our research to make up for our expansion. So let's go ahead and do that. How are we doing on space stations? I can't afford a space station over the indoor moon yet. Damn, 360, and we just... If we get a space station, if we upgrade our space station, we can get more upgrades here. I don't think we have the technology yet that allow us to have orbital farms. So, all right, let's design our first fighter. Do we have an auto-designed fighter? Here's our transport ships, which I can barely see. Oh, we have different, we don't use the Gazanti transport ships. We actually have our own little, like, weird box ships. Weird. Science runner, there's our colony ship. Weird. All right, new design, because this is everything we've got. So new design, RA fighters, selection, the Z-95. Only 20 minerals. She's got Z-95 weapons. We have to use the weapons that are meant for it. Let's zoom in. Because the power requirement would be too high on anything else if we tried. And you can't put, you can't put any type of power generation on there. We can choose the engines for these. We're gonna have to go with hyperdrive so we can actually join up with the fleet. And it makes more sense. Slap on the Z-95 weapons. It's gonna cost us 25 minerals and a 20 build time, super cheap, low maintenance, almost no maintenance on minerals. That's gonna work for me. We're just gonna call her the Z-95 Headhunter. There she is. Auto upgrade, you're never gonna need to. Save it.
Construction complete.
We have our first fighter, so we'll go ahead and order up. 3 of these. And I'll check the Patreon once these guys are made, and we'll see who needs to be promoted to lieutenant and put into a fighter squadron. If we don't have any, I think we do. I'm pretty sure we have some Z-95 pilots. I'll have to check. If we don't have any, though, I will open it up to the chat. Not the chat, the comment section. Oh man, minerals are seriously lacking. How are we doing on that scientific scouting? Getting there. That was the other thing we were talking about building is, did we want to pick up another science ship and be able to scan faster and get out there more? Kind of want to go with yes. But it'll cost 100 minerals to do so. All right, let's do it. I do want to start making contact with the other races, and I want to see what's out there, what kind of threats that we're dealing with, because we haven't explored very much. It looks like there's lots of avenues heading south, but there's only one area to head north, which is right here. 2 worlds cut off the entire northern section of the galaxy. Here and here. I guess you've got maybe right here, but if you own this, they can't come this way, so. This is why I wanted to do the hyperspace lanes. A little bit more strategy in where we position ourselves on the map. All right, how are we doing on science level? Only tier 3 so far. Just kind of crawling. Indoor Prime, how are you on the surface? Because I know you didn't have a lot of space. You're working on getting another. Can we get Unity for every single one of these capital buildings? Oh, that's right, because we went expansionist. Huh.
System survey complete.
You get extra minerals and society bonuses. We can now pick up another one of our traditions. What did we want to pick up? So we could go with the network, the courier network, a network of small courier vessels. We'll go ahead and let the game continue to run while we do this. The effect on increased tradition cost. My number of colonies reduced by 33%. Wow, okay. So this will allow us to continue to get the traditions. Because, so is it Colony that's been raising this? Let's see, what's Colony? Colony is adding 25% to the cost of these. And this lowers it by 33. What does this one do? Pop growth increased by 10% and colony development speed increased by 50%. What? Wow. I gotta go with this. I gotta go with a new life. A new life awaits our citizens in the off-world colonies, a chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure. With the help of an aggressive marketing campaign, the less fortunate elements of our society will flock to new colony ships. We're gonna do that. It also fits with this week's episode's like story element. I like that. 50% increased colony development speed. We'll also get the colony growth speed up, which we really need because we're negative 0.9 right now. We gotta get some food. Hoth, what are you building? I hate to do this, but come here. I want these colonies to grow faster. Food needed, plus 29. But we get a little bit faster because of our new life initiative and our geomapping, our genome mapping. Excuse me. I haven't had my coffee this morning. All right, Splinter Colony is tier 5. Can't do that. We could though. Where are we on these blockers? We could go ahead and research who these guys are. These Delta aliens. A campaign to elect a new revered elder is underway. The results will be announced. This is gonna be our first senator. What are the campaign, who are the candidates? What do we got? I would love anything with growth. So the Xeno Suffrage Coalition, one of our political factions, our only political faction, it looks like it's gonna continue to hold power in the government. NAC is up for re-election, and construction cost and mining station building cost is actually pretty nice. Also, plus 25 to this leader's lifespan. I have to continue with that. I'm not going to interfere in this. I'm pretty happy with this. Orbital research stations is going to be our mission. That's fine. We'll go ahead and let it continue. Interesting. Yeah, the only other person running up is People's Civic Party, which I wasn't even aware that was actually a party. What do they have? Industry, space miners, kind of the same thing, so. I dig this. This is so much better. The faction system, and the factions can actually give you positive benefits, not just negative ones. So you start working with like the issues. Like I want to make these guys happy. Should be pretty easy to do so. Precursor remnants discovered by Tabby. Let's see here. There is still a significant amount of infrastructure left on this world, built by an ancient unknown interstellar empire. We're gonna get 25 unity, that's awesome. What does it actually do for us though? Do we get anything? Oh, I guess we beelined it out here to study this area. It isn't a planet that we could colonize. Precursor remnants, society, physics output, society output, and engineering output. Now is that just on this planet? It has to be. Yeah, it has to be just on this planet. Ice flora. Our scientists are awestruck by the wondrous ice formations on the poles of this world. Even more so, because it seems like these ice formations are actually similar to life forms of other worlds. Indrophyte, with green vegetation. What's on an ice world? Interesting. Complete with our own form of reproduction and cryosynthesis. I like that. And then solid core. This world's core is dead. Time has proven unfortunate to this world. It doesn't seem to have a negative effect on us though. So new role is elected. Has been Tabby. What? What? No. What? Tabby has become our first senator. I had no idea. Was she even up for election? I didn't even notice. Ah. All right. Mandate unfulfilled by our past elder. Dr. Tabby's been elected to the revered elder of the Rebel Alliance. Maybe we should make like a revered elder a part of the story. Dr. Tabby. Damn it. I have to rename you the Goat's Raft, because I don't know why I put your, because that's the ship's name. We need a new scientist now, because Tabby has taken on a political leadership role. We gotta see what her benefits are as a political leader. I can see her getting shanghaied in that and not wanting to be some type of leadership position. Military research theory, not really worried about military leadership. Leadership experience gain much faster. That could be good, but also the scientist is older and won't live as long. Oh, here we go. You'll work. Congratulations, our new scientist. We will name you in a bit, or at least by the next episode. Scientist, you had a job, get to work. That kind of screws us on doing the research we wanted to do in here, though. All right, so Doctor, our only scientist. Yeah, he's got to level up a few times before we even try that. So what did you bring to the table, Tabby? Revered Elder Tabby. Free Haven. No, you brought this. Happiness plus 5% and
Research
Fortifier.
complete.
Oh, wow, okay, so she's kind of not what I expected. I thought it said 80% of the population was leaning in the favor of our last leader, Knack. I wonder if I could put Knack as a leader of like Indoor and continue to level him up. All right, research, what can we do? We can pick up Heritage Site, a physical reminder of how far we've come from both to instill reverence for past achievements and bolster ambitions for the future. Frontier Clinic will give us, it actually produces +2 for research into society, and it gives us growth speeds. Frontier could be good. Something you'd want until you fill out the planet. Farming subsidies, to get our farming up there. I'm gonna go, you produced more Unity, and I kind of like stacking these Unity bonuses. They're really powerful. Also, the shortest thing to research, farming subsidies, what does that do? Plus 25% food for 10 years, but you're gonna cost influence. That's neat. The government can subsidize the farms in case we have like an emergency. We have a lot of growth right now. I say Heritage Site, and we continue to build up. We're gonna put a monument to our ancestors, the Empire, on one of our planets. So we're gonna do that. I like that a lot, actually. So, we are gonna pick up on Indoor a new space station. So we can start building in space, because our surface capabilities are super weak here. We found an anomaly, 20% chance of failure. Not really concerned with it. Let's go ahead and do the research. What was the anomaly? I didn't even read it. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this world. Oh, we found one of the precursor worlds. Good. Research it. Carry on. 360 on resources before we can pick that up, so we're gonna be waiting on that. How powerful were these aliens? Can we fight them? No, we cannot. Okay, well, never mind. Anything more interesting on these worlds that you've studied? Why can't I click this? Well, we knew that one. Oh, this one's got some frequent thunderstorms, kills the habitability and the building costs, but we get physics research. Clear skies adds to happiness. The world has a very calm atmosphere. I like these bonuses. I really like this mod. Unusual seasons. Due to this world's orbit, geology, and even weather, the world goes through varying seasons which can change on the fly, causing drastic shifts in the atmosphere. And then hot geysers. Doesn't seem to really affect anything. That's the reason we've got 3 volcanoes on this icy world. May very well be. Geologically unstable planet. Failure. The signs of activity in the vicinity of this turned out to be false leads. Oh, come on. Oh, scientist, whatever your name is, we haven't named you yet. That sucks. Continue to research the system. Survey this world. We should have our newest fleet. Our fleet power is up 64 now. Maybe it's time we sent the fleet out to go find where those pirates came from. I'm actually kind of all for this. And we didn't discover them anywhere around here. It'll cost us resources to move the fleet too. We'll wait. How are we doing on that research? I'm gonna speed up time a bit, and we're gonna get the resources needed to pick up a space station. Actually, instead of a space station, we could do a colony ship for the same cost. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up our colony ship. I want this planet. I want to take this over so we can start building up and growing our population there. And I'm hoping because of the 200%, it'll push our border out. Maybe we can even take over these areas, maybe? Probably not, but wow. All right, we haven't even scanned all of these planets yet, and look how much in the way of resources and science we can get out of this. That's not bad. Colonizing one of these worlds may be the best bet. The question would be which one? Minus 25% of food. We'd have to ship food into this world to colonize it. But this one has Etherian stone. Oh man, that would be nice. But we can't even clear the tiles yet to take advantage of it. All right, so that's not gonna be a thing.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
What do we find? Put this on normal speed. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization. Okay, but are you gonna be able to actually research it? 20% chance to failure. Go ahead and try it. This is the second world in the same system that he's found that's got precursor technology on it. Our new scientist. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and name this scientist right now. All right, there we go. We've got Dr. Boric of the Goat's Wrath taking over for Tabby, now that she is our primary leader, the first senator, or the elder. All right, the revered elder is what we're calling our leader, also known as the first senator. As we build up the Senate's really not a fleshed out concept yet in our government. It's more like district leaders and one single governor on the planet. But once we get more planets, then we can have a Senate, and it'll be much more interesting. Anywho, we do have our new doctor doing our research. You precursor civilization, right? And you're actually gonna find it this time and bring back sweet precursor technologies, please, please. I hope so. This doctor was formerly the captain of the Black Knight. But now has been transferred so he can follow his love of science. So, all right, what do we got? Trading post. Oh, this is the Valtam trading post. Nice. I like that it's always the same race that we're running into. So it's like this was an area of their space, maybe closer to their homeworld. Home of us to a small Valerian outpost where they traded with several neighboring civilizations. At some point, the trade post appears to have been converted into a religious mission where the Valtam attempted to convert visiting alien merchants to their philosophy. Trade ceased shortly afterwards, and their planet was eventually abandoned. We have a special project,
Situation log updated.
which would be investigate the trade post? No, wait. Precursors. What do we got? Science 4 or higher? Damn. All right, well, you're gonna have to just continue to scan these worlds. If we colonize Geo, head over here. I know I'm like jumping all over the place, but I want to focus on worlds that I can actually colonize, picking out which planet we're gonna colonize next, because our colony ship is almost done. It's getting there. So we're gonna see. All right, we're gonna wait on any of that. We're kind of short on resources. Let's go ahead and bump it up to a little bit faster, see how our technology is doing. I did not name the Z-95s yet. We'll do that in the next episode for the military ships. Because I have to go through the list a bit more. Engineering facilities will be a big boon for us. I'm kind of regretting not picking up minerals, better mines, because that seems to be what's slowing us down on development. But this will probably help us in the long run. I mean, if we had more minerals, we could go ahead and pick up another science ship right now, which I believe was a bit more expensive. Yeah. We can pick up another science ship. We'll wait. We'll wait, because I want to expand out here. All right, you've made it. Begin scanning this world for possible colonization locations, Dr. Boric. Find us something cool. If you're gonna play Stellaris, I highly recommend getting the Clean Space mod. I believe I have a link in the description already for these videos that gets rid of the ship trails, because they're the size of the Corvettes early on. It's really frustrating. What are we scanning? Small moon. This is a really empty system. What is there, maybe 3 orbital bodies here? Yeah, that's it. That's all you get. One of them's... We could colonize it. Oh, you leveled up. Excellent. Tier 2. We need to get you to tier, I think, 3 or 4 before you can do any of the research that we've got. Sadly, our construction ship's kind of just sitting there. Can't really do a whole lot. Until we expand our borders a bit. Yeah, you have to be tier 5 to research that. And then tier 3 to do this anomaly that's out here, because the risk is so high. So we're gonna wait. Now, I'm curious what you guys think, especially for my veterans that have played a lot of Stellaris. Should I separate the fighters,
System survey complete.
our Z-95s, they're so tiny, into their own
Research
fleet?
complete.
Or should they stay within the Corvette fleet? I'll probably separate them once we have a larger fleet because they'll kind of get lost in it and they make the fleets too spread out. But I'm curious what you think. Like, what's the benefit there? What should we do? New research. We could pick up deflector technology or energy technology. As much as I want to upgrade, and we even have a little bit of this from scanning the pirates, but we need energy grids. We need better power plants or energy grids. Energy grids will give us, the ability to store more, right? Energy grids produce some energy credits on their own, but more importantly, improve the overall energy credits output for the planet. Yeah, that's what it does. It's an overall bonus to all the power plants. This increases our storage capabilities. Tier 2 power plants. Better overall. Gonna go with tier 2 power plants on this one. They'll produce 4 power. Then we'll have an actual established power grid on these plants, and then we can focus on building up the grid itself, giving them all a bonus. So, 5 research, you don't say. 5 physics would be nice. I mean, that would practically double our research speed right there, that alone. I think we're gonna call dibs. I think we're gonna call dibs on these 2 systems. And then hopefully we'll have the Unity soon to pick up this. Actually, we're really close to it. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Reach for the stars, Frontiers. The Frontiers outpost for our system will get a, what's it? Purpose for colonizing building frontier outpost systems count as being half the regular distance away. We may wanna wait till we actually pick this up, which will be in just a couple of seconds. It's on normal speed. Because then we can get this one next, and it'll drop the upkeep by 50%. Because I want this area, and I want this area. So we're gonna build a frontier outpost here, and grab up this research. Methinks. You about done? You are done. Yeah, you are done. Why don't you head
Research
here,
complete.
survey this world. Survey all these worlds. Let's grab our next one. It's gonna be the frontier. The effect on increased tradition costs drop by 33%. That would drop us by maybe 40, but this will lower the cost of building frontier outposts. How much are they right now? And what does it cost to actually build a frontier outpost? Is it a distance thing? There's the maintenance cost. Say I wanted to build frontier outpost. Not gonna let me just choose. Oh, I have to choose on the, yeah. Yes, go ahead and build it. I'm giving the order. Get it done. We're gonna pick up, we're gonna lower the tradition cost because we're starting to get into much more expensive ones. So right now this is 258. All these are 258. When I click one of these, it's gonna go up. 317, that didn't go up nearly as far. Nice. New research, what do we got? We have, our heritage site has finished. We can put our statue to the old empire. We could increase our border range. I kind of like that. Clear some tile blockers for dangerous wildlife. Honestly, for the surface of the worlds that we control right now, I mean, that would give us 1 spot if we did it. Hydroponic farms would be nice, though. A lot of our worlds are quite small. The extra farming would be nice. Gonna go with the border range, 20% of border range. We can take some more of these worlds so we can start mining them, exploiting those extra resources. I like it. You're gonna build your frontier outpost. I'm probably gonna end up tearing this frontier outpost down at some point and moving it. like out here, so we claim all this. But for now, we have to increase our influence. What does the heritage site actually do? It's a unity generator. Okay, I see. I'm thinking farms, to be completely honest. Not farms, mines. I'm thinking mines. All these worlds. Give me all your mines. We need minerals right now. We can rework this later, but we need mines. And the population to run them would be nice. And you're gonna need a power plant at some point. Governor's Mansion, good God, look at the resource costs. But you generate influence as well. Huh, you don't say. We're gonna come back to that. Well, at least we're gonna double up on our research speed for physics, because we're kind of crawling right now. Colony ship, you should be done by now. You are. I am gonna send you. I'm gonna send you here. It's either here or here. Oh, look at the physics. If we could just get glacier, remove glaciers, we'd be set.
Research
1, 2, 3, 4,
complete.
5, 6, 7 of these. We also pick up all of the resources that are in this area. Plus, we blockade this entrance. Ooh, a 19 world. I say we colonize this world. I think it's good in the it's a good idea in the long run. And get it, oh, 183, damn. Really? Oh, because we just spent it. And we're gonna be generating it slower. Ah, that sucks. What do we got for research? Engineering has finished. What did we finish researching? We just picked up our engineering facilities. All right, so let's pick up concussion missile launchers. What? Oh, this is part of the Star Wars weapon mod. Nice. 14 to 18 damage. 19 to 33. What kind of range are we talking? 60 range. Building build speed could go up, but building build speed hasn't been keeping us back. That's really not an issue, assembly pattern. Nanite composite would be good, but we haven't been in a lot of combat, and I feel pretty confident we can take on the next attack by, say, the pirates if they come in, now that we've seen their base or anything. Concussion missiles would be nice. I don't know what this would open up for us. I guess it's just medium and small slots like normal weapon systems. They also ignore 60% armor, 5% shield penetration, and 10% shield damage. Wow. Wow. They are missiles though, so they can be intercepted. They've got hull points of 3, evasion of 30, and a speed of 20. A speed of 20. Yeah, I have to say this is the way to go. Having a mix of concussion missiles and energy weapons on board our corvettes could be amazing. Even though armor would be nice, and we're already like 100 in. I'm gonna go with the concussion missiles. Missile technology, we're gonna have a mix of energy and missile technology. That is cool. All right, colony ship. Moving you out here just isn't in the cards right now because it's gonna take way too much influence, and I don't wanna wait around for that when we could be growing a perfectly good planet with a lot more population capability right here. So we're gonna colonize this world. Colonize it nice and cheap. What do we wanna double up on a bonus? Right, I say right here for the research bonus. Now, I'm gonna let you guys make the choice on what the name is on this one. So submit your names in the description and I'll pull it out for the next episode. So here's where we're at. We are at the Lynx Concordia system. Hycan is what it is now. We're gonna change the system name, and I wanna name the planet something else too, so we got a system name and a planet name. Right? As for indoor, I actually named a planet in here based on one of the comments. We've got Moraband. Kind of reminds me of Korriban. I don't remember what Moraband's from. It sounds familiar, not sure what it is. That's 40% failure at risk. Boric is a risk taker. He's gonna try it. Repeated scans of the planet's surface give inconsistent sensor readings, almost as if the planet itself was in a constant state of upheaval. The scientist, he just needs to know what's going on, so he's gonna try it, 40% failure risk. The reason we named it this is because there's strange voices and ancient temples on this planet. It's a planet of mystery and threat, so that's why we named it that. Will we ever colonize that? Maybe. We might try to terraform it. That could be weird. How goes the research? We haven't even started. We have any active buildings? Which one? Yeah, we're getting low on power. We'll deactivate the buildings so it's not costing us power. And we'll just wait for the population to grow. A whole lot we can do there. Indoor Prime, how you doing on your population? Oh, we can grow you out.
Colonization in progress.
Colonization in progress. Our colony ship has made it to the surface. And it's actually gonna take 17 months to colonize this. I'm really curious about this the precursor communication hub. Is it just this world's influence, or is it going to be all of our worlds? I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be this world's. But then, like, what does that mean? How far is that gonna go out? Oh, you're kidding me. We connected our territories here, but we didn't get here? No, once this becomes a colony, it'll expand, and then we can grab up this, right? Hopefully, hopefully. Science ship, how you doing? Science officer Borak has issued a report indicating that there are none too pleased of having been ordered to study where they were formed. Oh, they found nothing of interest. You failed. You failed me. Maybe there was nothing of interest. Maybe you didn't fail. I'm still very disappointed, though. How goes our construction efforts? Oh, it looks like we're almost done. Captain Kerdef of the Pelmary, however you say his ship's name. One of our construction ships, Kerdef, is almost done building our... I like our station. That's actually pretty cool. It like does it in ticks. We expanded really fast in this episode. Like, we just took a colony. We're taking this territory here. I'm gonna send our science ship out here next, I think. 11 world. Got 3 worlds in here, but I don't want to colonize all of these. Checking out research time. Did they change it? I thought we're plus 14% right now. I thought we lose research. Yeah, there it is. If we have too many planets. So right now we're 20% because we have 3 planets. Plus 20% to research time on this technology. That's why it's taking so long. So we've got to offset this considerably with the new territory that we picked up. So I don't think we're gonna colonize any more worlds for a while. We're going to be using our frontier outposts to expand our territory. Because 20%, I mean, good grief. We're gonna hold back here for now. What did you find? Dr. Borak on the board, the Goat's Wrath, has found something interesting. An ancient temple dedicated to an age long gone has been found on this world. Writings on the murals indicate it was a temple shared by many different alien species. The images on the walls depict the aliens as creatures with unusual powers, moving objects with their minds, wielding glowing sticks, and participating in a lot of meditating. This seems to be a culture that embraced diversity and desired to protect everyone. Holy crap. Holy crap. We just found a damn Jedi temple. That is I did not do anything to make this happen. That just popped up. We're gonna get society research. Tell me this is a world we can colonize. Oh, I wish I could take our colonists back now. That is amazing. Thank you for the extra resources. We have our frontier outposts. Oh, we even have it in our territory. Yes. Show me this world. Is this the world? The world is boring. Is it this world? This is the world. Society, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to take this over. Very low gravity, and then the ancient temples are on board. Yeah, that's awesome. That's gonna fit so well with the story. Glowing sticks, meditated a lot. Okay, I see what you did there. The Frontier Outpost is actually grabbing up the research that's going on here. Excellent. I don't have to build a research station. It just automatically gave it to me. But let's go ahead and build a research station here so we can get full benefit of this territory. And then let's send our construction ship down here to grab the mining stations. And we have to get power generation coming in as soon as possible. What did you finish building? Actually, I know I just built these 2 mines, which I'm gonna go ahead and deactivate both of them, because we're gonna build a power plant here, unless Indoor can have one. Indoor is not gonna do any power generating. Looks like Hoth, you're gonna be our primary power source. Power plants, we need them desperately. So much so that I may end up start moving people around here. So yeah, build that power plant up. Science ship. Whoa, what? Oh, our second science ship has finished. We're ready to put a scientist there. How long until you're voted out of office? I want to put you back in command of a science ship, Tabby. The fortification doesn't really do us any good right now. We're not building defensive stations or fortresses. I mean, the happiness is nice, I guess. Terraform discovery, terraforming speed 10%. These are our modifiers right now. And then grand design for another 3,000 days. I like that we have a list here. This is actually pretty cool. All right, well. I want this. We're gonna colonize this world at some point. So what we gotta focus on doing for now is building frontier outposts to increase our border range, which we're actually doing research to increase our bordering range even further, which will give us access to these worlds. It looks like, unless I'm mistaken, you should tell me when I put my mouse over it, is within the Rebel Alliance's territory. Good, so we're already researching this planet, or this solar system. Is it dense? It's got an asteroid belt. It's not bad. Hopefully we'll get some resources out of this. We'll get our 20% range bonus, meaning we're gonna pick up these planets here, or maybe even this one if we're lucky, and then we could expand our mining and research territory. I want to get a little bit more influence coming in, so we can put another frontier outpost here. The second we get I'm just telling you guys our plan here, and I can get some feedback from the audience. Second we can get our reach for the stars and then our galactic ambitions. This will drop the upkeep by 50%, meaning that for the cost of this one frontier outpost, we can actually have 2, which will be pretty great. It's gonna be a bit longer before we can pick that up, but having all this coming in would be nice. Keeping other races, if there's other empires nearby, we haven't really run into any yet, from colonizing these worlds would be good. I wanna make sure they don't like pop into our territory and just grab it up. The planet's like back here, so we'll have to see. Overall though, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with where we're at so far. We've got our colonists setting up. We need a name for that. And yeah, I like it. I like where we're at. So let me know in the comments below what you think our next push should be as we continue to establish far out outposts, so we have a little bit of a heads up if there are other races coming to say hello to us. Should we focus on building up our naval capacity? We haven't even seen, I mean, we did a little bit this episode. We haven't seen any more pirates, which is a little surprising. I thought we'd be fighting off some pirate threats by now, or going after one of their, there's a pirate space station right here. Oh, I totally didn't see this. Should we go over there and kick the crap out of these pirates? I'm thinking yes, and if we do I separate the fleet into 2 squadrons, corvettes and fighters, or keep them as one fleet? What's the benefit there, the bonus? It's probably okay to keep them together because the corvettes are so fast as is. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think, especially the admirals that we've got in the comments section that know a bit more about the mechanics of this newest version than I do. So, all right, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Later, everybody.